Cause I've been up and down and round again. Got lost in the crowd every now and then, but it's a classic chromatic sound again. Back for all children, and when you hear it, sound a friend. Cause the phoenix and genius is round again, and you can't help but get on the ground again. Back for all
Since a young age, I roll with the older dudes, so I know the rules. Never chose to lose, though the road I choose might have you confused. I ain't battered and bruised down, I'm on the move to get the fortune. Already got fame, point to pair to Port of Spain dames calling chrome name. I'm here to explain the lane. Runs how the game runs entertainment. It ain't always fun, it might take some time to reap what you sow. Shit now, paying off what you did years ago. Solo efforts in a row, equal evidence of growth. Even though they ridicule the audacity of my hope, I'ma take it independent, passionately in the note, so people will pay attention and help me to stay afloat. My peeps, family and friends keep my sanity in when the madness begins.
Cause I've been up and down and round again. Got lost in the crowd every now and then, but it's a classic chromatic sound again. Back for all children, and when you hear it, sound a friend. Cause the phoenix and genius is round again, and you can't help but get on the ground again. Back for all love.
You see 6TT, the one US, so I grind 6 times harder than all of the rest who fail to impress. But they ballin' the best when my plays get set, man, it's nothing but net. Get it? Not gross, you ain't even come close. I rep a country, not a coast or dope coast or boast by who move with toast. The motto down here is fuck our street code. They branded steel bowls, plugs out the steam poles, a thief and steal souls. My songs like sea scrolls that tell the scene ho. So I stretch to reach goals and attempt to break molds, here to shake up the globe. So vision chisel just from my mic spittle might make your ears whistle if your brain build brittle. So I leave you real simple in the form of a riddle. Better know a little about a lot than a lot of little. Come on.
Up and down and round again. Got lost in the crowd every now and then, but it's a classic chromatic sound again. Back for all children, and when you hear it, sound a friend. Cause the phoenix and genius is round again, and you can't help but get on the ground again. Back for all love.
Lone Ranger, danger, threats arise. Cause nowadays it's not a nigga that next to I. But just a year ago, wondering where we go. Here I go again, swear I never go get to fly. But let me vent because I'm killing them again. For every day I spend in the den, now I'm making amends. Well, my life set from doing MC sets, and a nigga having cake like Marie Antoinette. Then I ain't stopping yet cause I get popping yet. Aiming for the top because I know just how the bottom get. Dark and lonely, smoky and grungy. Bars popping off now like Smokey and Bunty. Mixtape moving like it's crap through the planning solo, but I explode on tracks like canning. Shaker, never stood by these niggas and their words. Figure it go harder to know this nigga is a nerd. I build character by killing all these characters who try to character assassinate me. I ain't having you. You shoulda known my soul shade. Bulletproof sadly, know the truth bad they gonna do. It's so sad, had heat in the past. Now your peak just passed. You like Dante, they over you. Now you do odds for standards is lower too. Up down, guess it didn't plan to be going through arms.
Yo, and we there.
Yo, blessed day all.
We are black.
We are black all, yeah. We wasn't here last week.
Yeah, boy, we miss all it.
People reach out. Well, it was nice that people reach out and know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, we log on and we ain't seen all here.
Where's that one?
Every now and again, sometimes, you know, we might have to do outside.
Yeah.
With the same timing. So blessings, everybody.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Today we come to a topic that dear to us, as well as definitely a few people in the chat. You know, Mortel Mendoza, creative spaces, and why those seem to be respected, why they don't really seem to have a homegrown, you know.
And whenever it gets a homegrown,
there's always some kind
there's
of
always some bacchanal
to run them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the things I look at coming from the house that I spent a lot of my formative years in as a child,
right?
Coming from adolescence into teenagerhood.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather, who was a creative, was the lack of spaces and places for it now.
Yeah.
And while my grandfather wasn't the type to go out there and look for it, in terms of a place, I remember him talking about, and that's why I'm so big on community centers. I remember him talking about what they used to do with community centers in the 50s, 60s, 70s, how it was so active in the community now. You know, he teaching art class, he writing plays, so Best Village, but all these things was happening in the community center.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't seem to be seeing that today now. It don't seem like if the community center is a part of the community anymore.
Right.
It always closed.
Yeah.
And they make all kind of excuses.
And if you don't know who had the key,
Yeah.
how the place go.
That's a crazy thing too, but you want to do something in the community center and you don't know who had the key. That crazy, yo. You know, so blessings everybody who won.
Yeah, man.
You know, Sheldon, Flomal beat you today, boy.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah,
Flomal,
Osvaldo.
Sheldon, Shelly-Ann, Kobe, blessings, because she's a new listener.
Aye.
Well, Taika in the house.
Oi!
Taika, we looking for you today.
Yeah.
Crystal in the house. Akino, blessings, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Mortel inside.
Saga boy on the inside too.
Omari, yeah.
And the story man, Mr. Aquino.
A lot of creatives inside here. Right?
That's what we need.
This come about with the whole situation in the Roots Yard.
Yeah.
Now, while I'm not claiming to know the whole scenario,
Right.
I'm talking from somebody who, in and around the so-called culture scene, so-called creative scene on the fringes, and actually being involved in some things. And culture and creativity is not respected in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't think
Not by the people who we expected to be.
I don't think we have ever had a government. And yes, government. We hire the government to manage our affairs.
Yep.
Creativity is part of our affairs. And creativity comes in so many different forms. So I wouldn't even call what I think is the norm when it comes to creativity. I would talk about things like cooking. I mean, when you can make a dish like a pilau, that's creativity. Whoever come up with that,
Yeah. That's art.
that is art.
Yeah.
You understand?
Everything have art in it, as Omari told me when he was here the last time.
You understand what I'm saying there?
Yeah. Everything have art. So,
Tailoring, all these kind of things
yeah.
that spaces need. And then you also need, in the case of Roots Yard, you need a place for the people to push it off. The goods that they create, that they use their creativity and create. And to anybody that has ever been to Roots Yard,
Yeah.
know that there's a vibe.
And you ain't feeling nothing else but goodness inside of it.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
From the way the place set up, the decor, the lights, the food, the music, you know,
The
big
people.
up Black Chariot.
The people.
You understand?
And Jude, big up Jude.
Big up Jude
Yeah.
and his wife.
Yeah.
Right,
We looking
Samantha.
forward to that space coming back.
It have
like,
to.
Yeah. We
Right.
can't do without that space. The community can't do without that space. I don't care what they say. And what is the biggest disappointment for me is this place was in and around the Trinidad and Tobago Theatre Workshop.
Who's supposed to be gatekeepers,
Which-
for lack of a better word,
Yeah.
of
The culture.
culture and creativity. Which kind of goes hand in hand.
Correct. And they also fall under Wanky. Greetings.
What's that name?
Friendly neighborhood brethren. Yeah. They fall, or supposedly supposed to fall, under the Ministry of Culture.
Right.
Right? And even attached to the Ministry of Tourism. Because all them things form culture and tourism. Right? And they're supposed to also fall under the Ministry of Labor, Small and Micro Enterprise. No matter how much time or let change the name of that ministry,
You understand?
it's still there.
Well, but brother, you see how you start to call ministries and different ministries, right?
Yeah.
Watch what Sheldon say.
The real issue is that creativity is a gateway to self-sufficiency, and the powers that be don't want that. They want to keep you independent. See, well, boy.
So, that did deserve a little fire. That did deserve a little fire.
Of course. Right? Of course. Understand?
Let me tell you why. And one of your customers talk that same talk with Sheldon now said it, but he talk it in proper terms. Because he in business management like that. And he say it not aligning up with the agendas, the big money agenda of government.
Correct. And the disappointing part for me, Breads, is that nobody from any one of them 3 ministries, and that is just 3 we call it, because I sure it have others that we could get explain or come on board with something like that. You understand? Because the reality is, you see what happened. Now, you know how the grapeviners go. I's a baba. So the talkers come and meet me. Right? And it's not no bangarang talk. The mouth I get from might as well be the horse mouth.
Right.
You understand? Because the reality is, the manner in which it was done was uncalled for. One, because Ole give the people and them time. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Right? 3 times 7. 21 days. In which to vacate the premises professionally and leave it in the manner in which you get it.
Right.
2 days after, Ole just bust down, rip out everything, fold up thing, throw it one side, ting. So, let me come from the ground level to the children who like the little St. Joseph Convent children and the Holy Name, because we see the quality of students that has been coming through there, right? The children who are artistic and want to come and be part of that space, who is come and sit down on the grass and read book and laugh and talk and whatever. What you telling them children?
Don't do that.
Right? That's not even a slap on the wrist, you know. That's a Spartan kick to chest, you know.
Yeah, down the hole.
Down the hole, you know.
Yeah. Taika jump in and say she go and stay quiet because of what we talking about. Right? But I don't want that at all, Taika. Right? I want to hear your views. Who is at, she asks, who is at fault for artists mismanaging themselves?
We will get to that.
Right?
The artist had to be fully and solely responsible for that.
Right.
You understand? Because there's only so much a manager could do. But we have plenty booking agents walking around outside here masquerading as managers.
Right.
Right? Who only want to book you for this, book you for that, book you for the next. But they're managing your affairs properly. Right? So we'll get to that because we know everything in Trinidad is a kind of halfway. People just looking and learning on YouTube and deciding to do it for themselves kind of scenario, right? But my thing is, Jed, I look at that whole scrap down and the video and the post that Rootsy had put out, and I could have only feel pain in that boy. Because you ain't give me an opportunity, you know. Because to do what them do they is palette. Now that it's scrapped down, you're seeing what it is. But before that, you couldn't tell that most of the material and thing that they use is thing what people discarding. Old galvanized and pallets and board, and of course there are some banners and thing, which was real nice. But then you see the creativity in how they paint up the pallets and how they paint up the board and how they paint up the galvanized to give you that rootsy feel now. Even the tree. Is that tree having now in the corner at the end? Even the trunk of the tree.
Yeah.
Come on.
A silk cotton tree rather.
Come on, man.
One of the things for me is that I remember a few years ago, there was a man selling, he was doing some kind of decoration to coconuts and selling around the savannah. Big decoration, and he had a little display. And I don't know if that person is still the mayor. Who's the mayor of Port Street right now?
Me don't know your name, brother. All I know is Imes.
Right?
Because me in China know none of them men again, Reds. I get disappointed too many times with people masquerading and trying to play.
Well, this one had used the corporation and used the so-called rules. That's why I tell them when they want to defend the rules, you better learn it first. Because you will start to defend the rules today, and then tomorrow they use them same rules again, say the ones you didn't know now. And the rules state that you're not supposed to set up things to sell like that around the savannah.
Right, with the man, yeah.
So they went and they take all his stuff and they throw it away.
Right.
I'm saying to you is this man created, look at the things that this man created with tourists and all kind of thing was coming and watching him work out of mine, he work buying somebody work and stuff. He's trying to make a living. You can't do it here. You can't tell me they didn't have a ministry with a lobby, a big empty lobby, just concrete and maybe posters and ministers and thing hang upon it, that we can find one or two of government buildings and government offices to put some of these art in. Purchase from the artists, put some of these artists art in, put his contact information and thing by it, so that at least even though he ain't coming to sell there, people could see his art and see how to contact him to get more art from him, right? And this has always been my problem since I started looking at these things. The idea is always to mash it up with no real thing to replace it.
Yeah.
I tell people I listened to Brother Resistance talk in 2018.
Hey, thanks, Amos.
Right?
Joel Martinez is the man.
Right.
Yeah.
In 2018, a small group of people, so he really expressed himself. I watched tears run down here when he recalling something similar to that in either the early 90s or the late 80s around the Dry River, where the corporation come and mash up the place where they was giving after school care for children, teaching them sewing and different skills and all kind of thing. They was using land as state land. All right. But look at what I'm doing here. What we could do to assist. You can't use here, we had here a mark for something. What we could find, that does never seem to be.
Yeah.
But it all goes back for me, unless somebody could bring something else logical to what Sheldon said there. When we teach you to be creative and make a place for you to come and learn it and perfect it, you like making shoes, you like how that man is, you watch that man make a slippers and you like that, you want to learn that. Well, then more than likely, as you say, we're teaching you to be self-sufficient. Because you ain't going by nobody to work making slippers, you're going to look to do it for yourself.
Correct.
Right? Then you don't necessarily need us. You ain't coming for us to nothing. And that's what they need. They need you to be dependent on them. Now, for everybody who's saying you're picking on the government, yes. But the government have the ability and the resources to prove me wrong.
Of course.
Because look, we come at it today now. In 2023, the same thing happened in the Trinidad and Tobago Theatre Workshop. And this is where I want Taika to jump in because she knows more. But they fall under our ministry. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Right? One of the things they were saying is that Roots Yard, and this is what I'll leave in room to be corrected on. Roots Yard was renting
from Theatre Workshop.
And apparently Theatre Workshop not supposed to do that.
Yeah. They were
all right. But you come in and you see what Roots Yard is about. You telling me the only solution is to close it down?
Yeah.
Why not? All right, well, we go take this rent and make sure that it put to good use. Yeah, we squashing your lease
agreement with them, yeah.
With them.
And you listen directly from we.
You listen directly from us. But we need Roots Yard. We need Roots Yard in every community in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
There are vibes there. We need that. But when the solution is to end it.
Yeah. And let me tell you something, This is one of the things, because I'm sitting down here very calm, but I'm very angry. Right? Because common sense will dictate that you have what is, for lack of a better terms, a repository of small and micro businesses here, right? It's not one, it's not five. Because whenever I go there, it's a minimum of 25 to 30 businesses I just see. And it is never the same 25 to 30.
All the time here. Yeah.
Right? It is rotate. Because depending on one, you will see, what's the girl name? Functional Highness.
Right.
Then you will see the juice man, the coconut man. Well, he always there.
The people who always make the pizza.
Right.
The
stone oven people. Then it are the people who do the polori with yam and them kind of thing. The green food polori.
We didn't talk about the jewelry makers.
The jewelry makers and all them. You, in yourself, this be there once in a while, right? Once for the month you might roll through. You have a repository of a group of small and micro businesses that you could get tax dollars from. Right? Let me start with what you're looking for. Two things. You're getting rental from the business, which is Roots Yard, and then you're getting tax dollars from all the small businesses. Right? Because you want to encourage them to do things the right way. You understand? So where's that conversation where you come in to sit down with everybody, have a meeting with all the vendors, everything, and say, guys, here what's going on? And this is why I tell them politicians and them don't think. Right? Because you want people to vote for you. But this is a prime opportunity for you to get people to vote for you.
If that's the way you're thinking.
If that's the way you're thinking, right? Because if you come to me and you say, all right, Jude, here what's going on? We tell all you 3 weeks to move out, but we need to have a meeting with all you because we don't want all you to feel slighted and whatever. Let me sit down and talk. And you come and you say, guys, here what's going on. We understand how things went. All you wasn't doing it the right way. Blah, 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 blah. Politicize it however you want to politicize it. But we're giving all you an opportunity here. If we have to go forward, we need to make sure that everybody business is registered and that everybody have everything that's supposed to have with the tax dollars is concerned. Because the reality is there's still a bracket, $7,200 a month. Right? And the reality is plenty of them micro businesses not making $7,200 a month. So even though there will be scenarios where some of them could pay tax, you have some of them who will never cross or may not be crossing that threshold to pay tax. But you still have health surcharge to get from them. You still have NIS to get from them.
Which we can't hear from at all when
right?
it comes to that.
We can't get NIS because they keep saying you have to register a LLC to become, so that how dotish this is, Andre?
People want to pay it,
I want to pay my NIS, but guess what? I had to become a limited liability with me and my wife alone. And we had to be employees of ourselves to pay NIS, boy.
And that process, even if we decide to go through that process, is never a smooth process.
It is never.
No process in Trinidad and Tobago
is a smooth process where the system is concerned.
Unless you have, if the process costs $1,000 to do, unless you have $5,000 to slide on that table, no process is smooth in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right. All right. So let me get to Taika. When I say fall under, meaning that not that they belong to the ministry, but they fall under the category of culture. They fall under the category of tourism. They fall under labor, because again is people working here, right? Not when you go on Ministry of Tourism website, you will see them they listed as a sub-ministry or a state-owned enterprise, right? But they have the ability to come out and say, hey, all you fall under Ministry of Culture. I am the Minister of Culture.
Or I am the Permanent Secretary.
Or the PS.
The PS send somebody and say, hey, as you're saying, I am a representative of the PS.
Right.
Because we know that now, when we were small, when we was younger, we didn't know that the minister is more like a face with a veto power.
Correct.
But the real person is the PS.
Correct.
The Permanent Secretary. Right.
Right.
Yes, Taika, we understand that,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is the same principle applies.
Yeah.
Our country needs this, and I want to tie in what I go and say here to what Mari say after Taika, right? Roots Yard was one of the few family-friendly places around town that wasn't owned by big businesses.
Yeah.
It's going to start. I see something open. I ain't going there yet. I want to go and see for myself.
The bootleg you're talking about?
Right, but what I'm saying is that aspect of it as well.
Yeah.
We again, I realize we don't look at business models. Well, I know I guilty.
Yeah.
Because I'm so focused on what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to accomplish. All my things that I have to do, sometimes we in looking at that what we're doing, other people watching it and realize they could do the same thing because they have the capital
to do it.
Right? I'm not trying to justify if they was wrong.
Yeah.
Who was wrong for renting the space? That part I done pass and gone.
Correct.
Right? What I'm saying to you is that these spaces are needed. And the only solution cannot be to close them down.
No.
All right.
Not with the aggression that it is, do it.
But even with the aggression, we had to close down now. But look, the space in town there. We have a site visit 5 days from now. So go
Make all yourself present.
We need all your paperwork in terms of how much money all you're paying for rent. Blah, 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 blah. But it's never so, boy.
Yeah.
And that cannot be the be all and end all, because then we got to keep saying down here on OUR.FM, talking this shit when we have more important things
to talk about. Breads, my thing is, come we ain't saying we ain't looking for no handouts neither, you know.
That's what I keep saying.
We're not looking for no handouts.
Yeah, I keep saying that we're paying the rent.
Right? Because the same way how them fellas and them get the land in Barataria for the quote-unquote black workers movement. You apply to the government and you get the lease. And now you're selling the land, as far as I hear. Right? But you and I know it have plenty quote-unquote state land that is unoccupied by the state, but all you're paying a Rawi and them a set a rent for a set of empty buildings, boy.
Well, even
When the so-called, when Manning move all of them thing and tell all you, hey, we done with that. Let we go in with buildings and stop paying them Syrian and them all this money. Right? And the first order of business when the black, quote-unquote, black party come back into power is to move right back into them buildings and them, and all they gain we excuses as to why all they can't use the buildings and them with the man bill.
So, with
I
that,
want to talk about cold heart and I set that shit in my head.
but with that being said, right?
Yeah. Cool, yeah, I go for a break by. Sorry, go ahead. Say we had to say.
No, go ahead,
Let me line it
because
up.
it did.
Let me line it up. No, finish saying what you're saying, because I have to find
It-
I have to go and get the ad.
It have enough land in it, but I think what is lacking, that same creativity that they don't seem to support,
Right.
is what them lacking. Because some of the other is only when you go and do something on the land, them just remember, hey, that state land, what they doing there, we have something to do for it. Because we go be watching a piece of land empty for 20 years now.
Yeah.
We get our waka and we clear it.
Yeah.
We start to have a sweat on it 4 days for the week. Saturday and Sunday is twice a day sweat. You have an evening sweat and a night sweat. Helping to keep youths off the road. It evolved into, we have a team. And people come in there to play and everything. All of a sudden, that is state land, you can't do that on it. Not, all right, this is state land. Here's where you could go and do this. Never that, just, get away.
Yeah.
I say that mentality encouraging some of the negative we seen in the community.
Of course it is. But let me play the ad now, brother. Folks, 2 seconds, we'll be back.
We'll be back.
On Sunday, April 23rd, the parade grounds at the Dwight York Stadium will transform for International Night, featuring Grammy Award winners, Boys to Men, and Cuffy.
Where will we go?
Also gracing the stage, Vanette Bigford, Theron Shaw, Tony Paul, Sharon Phillips, and much more. Get your tickets now. Check the Tobago Festivals Commission's website at www.tobagofestivalscommission.com for more, or call them at 639-4441. Come, enjoy Tobago Jazz Experience 2023, The Return. Much more than music.
Yes, and we black.
We are black.
Yeah. So,
Now, what you said, and that's why I tell them, I always say, if we could sit down in a barber shop and have certain discussions and bring up ideas, because I tell them, I have real ideas. I don't know, and I'm not suggesting that all my ideas will work. But you only like to quote Mark Twain, doing the same thing over and over
and expecting
and
different
expecting
results.
different results is
It's
madness. Well, then we mad.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah,
What David Rudder says is not affecting here is madness.
Mortel say the arts are not respected until it goes outside. That's the norm when Trinidad has a wealth of talent.
Brother, you see what
that
I
can
can
be
now
used
say
as
there?
as a resource.
My Lord, yeah, what I'm saying to you. Right?
Hey, just now, let me go down to that because that going to take we down our road. So let me go down.
All right, will we reach
Right.
there?
Right? So Mendoza said it cannot be so
Since
it doesn't fit the model of the system.
right.
It's like a glitch in the matrix. They will not allow another neo to rise. They that can empower the person. Right. Right. Well, yeah, Maury.
Mortel.
We would like to hope that all we topics interested in.
yeah, but we ain't coming to talk no boring thing.
Right. And Mortel, people, I like the fact that everybody that comment here, especially in this last half, involved in some way, form, or sector.
The creation,
In the
creative business.
in the creative and culture aspect now.
Right.
So read what I can say there.
Can we also talk about the Nagar? Was that not state land? Correct me if I'm wrong, because it would tell you that when red running things, black people really benefit. My Lord.
Let me go first.
Yeah, you go now. You go.
Let me go
I go
first.
pop, man. A hand raise.
Since I know my father
Yeah.
has been saying this, right? At a point in time, I thought it was bias. Simply because, you see things and you know things. But over time, I have seen that to be true. And we have friends that are involved in the political process. And I would love for them, minus all your semantics, to say, show me statistics to prove that so many black people are wrong in their assumption that whenever the party that is represented by a plant is in power, black people seem to get very little. Now, don't come and show me the tokens,
Yeah.
because we all know.
Not all your friends.
We all know about that, right?
Yeah. Because
Right.
all of us try to use that to say the
That's
JC
why-
model now.
That's why I always call them the tokens.
Yeah. Look,
Right?
look all they getting through here. All of us get through here.
Yeah, right? How it is, I mean, look at what I can say here. That is not the first time we hearing that. People,
And, that is
people
not no-
firmly believe that.
Boy, that is not no 5,000 square feet of land, eh? You see how massive that piece of land is there? And the next, they get the Muslim fella, the next piece down the road, eh? He ain't buy that, eh? The one who out here masquerading as African and then talking about the youth man from the Bitam.
All them can't get no airplay here.
All right, good.
But,
Right? But
son,
this is something that I want to talk about because David Mohammed get a piece of land where he on
Real.
that Kamla, brother.
that's all I'm saying.
All right? He get that under the rising sun. And then when black people talk and say, I eat a food, some food, whether it was a pilau, it was a pie, it don't matter. You eat food when the sun was rising.
Yeah, a lot of people will say that.
But now that the berries, the flowers you call it, blossoming, I can't eat no food, I'm hungry. You understand? And then you're trying to convince we that we don't want it.
Yeah, you see that.
Don't come around me with
conversation we had?
that. Don't come around me with that, brother.
So
Don't come
first
around me
things
with that.
first, if you want to show me,
Yeah.
I ain't using the word convince. If
Right.
you want to show me that you seriously for your people, right?
Right.
The areas that you are traditionally elected in, especially the ones where you have never lost in,
Yeah.
them ain't supposed to have a water schedule.
Besides the water schedule.
Just now.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because if you're serious, you would find state land to build more water, things to hold water, right? Which would give youths in the area employment.
Yeah.
Then you also have to hire people to maintain it and all them kind of things, right? So that an issue as simple but as important as water, you would hear somebody about, nah boy, not today boy, I don't know water today boy.
Water is only come Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, that's how I'm saying. Imagine that in 2023,
Yeah.
in a community that has voted for you since your organization has been in existence over 60 years. You only gain water 2 days a week.
A week, yeah.
Now, do we really expect them people to say, I like what they doing in this thing, or what they call it, yard roots yard, right? How we could make it work. If them ain't even doing that for the communities, that making sure that you get elected 4 times.
Yeah.
Each term is 5 years. So we ain't talking about all the perks we think that is get, or like we just count the salary from the first time he was elected till today. 20 years at that salary and the pension and thing that has come with it. And let we also not leave out the perks we know about that is registered, like your traveling allowance. Them people make sure you get that for 20 years. And you can even make sure that they have water. Realistic ways in wanting them to imagine that Brother David Mohammed and Sister Roxanne Mohammed lobby a government for this land that they have there. None only ain't see it fit to like what they're doing on the land. I be there regular. None only ain't see it fit to see what they're doing on the land and say, hey, let we follow this model and go in some other communities now. Nothing at all, why? But all it is build the things that is regular though. Build a community center in every community, and most days it close.
Right.
The ones that have like library and thing, they'll close a certain hour. I telling you, I stick into my guns, but a community center, especially Friday and Saturday.
Right.
Not so close to close before midnight. Right? Sundays supposed to be family gatherings, things that will bring it together, that will help bring the community together, things that the community will look forward to, because you're not living far from a community center.
Two.
Right?
Two
of them. I sure if 2 Sundays you carry your children in the center and how activities get towards them, you're not going to figure that.
How?
Them children, them going to be like, Daddy.
Boy, we went on fly kite yesterday. I know I'm not going on here the end of that.
You understand?
Because we was out from lunchtime to 7 o'clock last night.
Right.
And they ain't sit down yet.
Yeah.
You understand?
But we had to get it. I keep saying that I always use my nieces and nephews in this example. A few times I go on my mother and them to Lime. They have a yard. Everybody on the phone or the tablet. I say, hey, put on them tablets and then put on them phone on them. Everybody face long. 3 minutes after.
Yeah, it's bacchanal.
Everybody sweaty. Because they run around, they don't forget them thing is we. Part of the problem is we. The same thing with the politicians. Part of the problem is we, because we asking for, we ain't asking, that would again we know, but we content with the handouts without being content but keeping pressure. Right? Because I telling you, I don't want to live 20-something years in that area where I only have water 2 days a week. You ever try to build a life around that? I do that as a child. Why I want to do that as an adult? Imagine that I bring a child into this world after going through that in my youth, where I have had to live on that schedule to that. It's craziness, yo.
You see what I can say? There are so many empty properties, both land and buildings, that can be spaces for creatives, but they don't care. You see that? I don't want to give the man no acknowledgement.
Who's that?
But you see the whole of the bamboo? That is squatting land, eh? That is people that moved there and went and squat. One, that is why they cannot get no fire hydrants up to now. Right? Because the land was never approved for, what do you call it? Residential.
Just now. I find that bullshit though.
What do you mean?
If you're leaving the squatting, they build up these millions, hundreds of millions of dollars if we all of them together.
Right.
In buildings, right? It is there. You ain't close them down. Not building, not running the infrastructure for the pipelines for fire hydrants because the building's illegal is bullshit. Because people's lives still going to be in danger. You're not closing down the buildings, so it's better you put the infrastructure. So
Well,
that reasoning, that shit don't make no sense at all.
No, I hear that. But then remember, it's tongue and country you're dealing with. Who go and grease that wheel to get all them property and them approved? Who go and do it?
No. I'm not talking about the property yet. I'm talking about
The land, tongue and country had to approve that. The government had to approve it.
I'm talking about in its present state right now. That process time done pass.
Right.
I'm talking about where it at right now. You're not putting lines and fire hydrants because they didn't get approval. They squatting, they build up things out. Right. But that don't make no sense because they already exist.
Yeah, but plenty of them build wall to wall, you know, which is in itself a violation of tongue and country.
So right now it's supposed to be either two drastic things. It's either you shut them down,
everything, yeah.
move out everybody,
Take
or
back the land, yeah.
you put down the lines on them.
Yeah.
Because it didn't make no sense there. We see in we adult life what happened when fire start.
Yeah.
And fire don't care that use a millionaire.
No. And they can't show the property neither because again, all them thing, you're out of bounds. So that's a whole next story.
Right.
But I'm
Really?
saying that that's not the only squatting community it have.
No.
That is squatting on state land.
But we also have communities that were built in Trinidad and Tobago because people went and squat.
Correct. Which is what we saying. So, all right, the people and them done there, here what going on. All they're going on have a drive to correct all the issues.
Let somebody correct me. On Bonnet. It was shoot side heading
South.
north.
Paradise.
No, not Paradise yet. I talk about like Bonnet itself. If I'm not mistaken, plenty people tell me that start as squatting, people squatting. Now it's a whole functional
HDC community.
Yeah. So let me go back up.
Right, so we just done talk about our empty lots thing, right? Amos says the ruling party is not about racism, about race upliftment, but classism. Facts. Sheldon says when the money is given to contractors to build bridges and schools, the little black boy still gets a job, which is the dust we keep talking about. But when it's sent to the import mafia, only corrupt custom officers get a cut. Oh God. Then he must say community center. I am watching a pool in Mova close every time I drive by. And look, Matic say here, just recently came from Tobago and took a drive to Speyside, and the amount of community centers we pass on the way that lock up tight. You know why? Because all them thing is racket. You understand? It had nothing to bill again. What we go bill?
No, but not just that, you know. They didn't bill it
for that.
With the people in mind. They
bill it to make our money.
As we just assume, you know, I choose my words. As we just assume,
that way it is.
That's how the thief in the money.
I mean, assuming nothing.
So now it's done. Now it's done. Mm-hmm. At least put it in the hands of the people to do something now.
They ain't want to empower we at all. Until the power of love overrides the love of power, there will be no change. Sorry to say. Facts, bro. And those I say the same way they allow Tech, they're supposed to allow every other amenity once it can be done safely. Yeah.
The building's done build up. You're not deciding to close it down. You're not deciding to evacuate everybody. Mm-hmm. It's still up and running. Right?
Yeah.
The government gain money from the whether they want to admit it or not, because TNTech is a state entity. Right? How they gain water?
Boy.
That's why I say them can't get no airplay here, because all the talk that they want to talk, if what we say is true, that there is state lands that they squat on, explain that to me today now. You making all this money, not paying, none of the things are simple. Homeowner have to pay.
Yeah.
You could come and watch the communities I come from. You have no solution for it, but coming to talk bad about the communities I come from.
Yeah.
But all this stinking, but you have no say in my world. You have no say in my world. Show me a deed. If it's 500 businesses inside a day, 500 independent buildings, show me all the deed from whoever does give all the deeds, and then otherwise don't come and talk to me.
Yeah.
You come in to try and cry down. I know what's going on in the communities.
Yeah, and Bitam have deed. Everybody in Bitam have deed. And Silots. Well, the majority of Silots is deed.
Them don't get no airplay by me, boy. You know, as mad at too, is I keep saying we have plenty of reporters in this country, but not enough journalists, boy. Because these people, them just talk and bust up them out.
Yeah.
And nobody don't ask them no
hard questions.
Not even hard, but just a simple factual question like, all right, the place where them business and them is that you're defending, they have deeds, they state land that they take and occupy, or what?
And if you could show me a deed, we know you ain't get on top of the table. Right? Let me take a break there.
We'll be black.
We'll be black. Oh gosh.
On Sunday, April 23rd, the parade grounds at the Dwight York Stadium will transform for International Night, featuring Grammy Award winners, Boys to Men, and Cuffy.
Where will we go?
Also gracing the stage, Vanette Bigford, Theron Shaw, Tony Paul, Sharon Phillips, and much more. Get your tickets now. Check the Tobago Festivals Commission's website at www.tobagofestivalscommission.com for more, or call them at 639-4441. Come, enjoy Tobago Jazz Experience 2023, The Return. Much more than music.
Yes,
We are black.
We are black. Yeah. So, all of that, to tie it back to what we're talking about, you can't tell me, partner, that I don't have no 5,000 square feet, one lot of land anywhere in the Western Peninsula
Of
Trinidad and Tobago. Western and Northern, because his first day was in Maraval, then they come down by Cape Hawk Day in Sinclair. You can't tell me it ain't had no way, right, that you could give them that space for the same 2 days, boy. The same 2 days. Nah, boy. I find that real
all
hard.
these comments here?
Where we stop.
Oh,
Tea and tech,
yeah.
All right, the next one is Taika say, but what people to put in charge? That is what I talking about. And when I talk management,
Taika, I nominating you, you know. But I'm nominating you with Gerald.
With Gerald?
Yeah. You know, because I tell you, what I tell my father saying years now.
Too much bright people in power.
There's too much educated people.
Yeah.
In what we just call power.
Yeah.
It's time for some dunce people who using common sense and who really interested in anything and involved in it to be a part of it. Because I always used to say this, right? When I just started to take an interest in watching the politics of the country, how the minister works is not a contractor. How the minister of health is not a doctor or wherever it constitutes a medical professional. Like what? The minister of sports tell you they don't know nothing about sports.
Yeah. So what you doing there? How you even get that work?
Well, then I could go and apply.
I want to run Republic Bank.
So I was saying that.
Yeah,
so
I could be a CEO. I could be a CEO.
You know,
the reality is people like we, Taika, we ain't yes people. So we ain't getting that work. You understand? And even if we go up against the powers, they will find ways to remove we. Whether legitimately or illegitimately. Because it's character assassination, it's bullet, it's all kind of thing. They go want to come at me with, because what we talking here is not no rocket science. All you could still make all your money, boy.
Yeah, that's what I tell them.
All you could still make all your money.
That's why we have to not be afraid that we owe ya.
Sure, true.
Son.
Hey, Aaron, what going on? You're late, boy.
Yeah.
I want 100 lines. I must not be late for Black to Black.
Yeah.
Due next week, Tuesday.
Right, because Omari say something there about family-friendly space. You didn't think twice to carry your children there?
Wait, Savannah? No.
And especially when you went, the first time we went, was it we?
No. I never carried them.
You never carried?
No.
But India wouldn't have no problem.
But that was the plan.
Right? And that is the next thing about it too. We're not just looking for wine and jam places, you know.
No.
Because, you know, Marshall bring up, we need a space for... I mean, it's something we've been talking years, but Marshall said so. I'm sure they're discussing it somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Because now it fall on the ears. Oh, God, when they go, now said they could live because they go make a good money there.
Son? But on
Call
top
back,
of that,
all that.
on top of that,
Yeah.
we need spaces like Roots Yard that in your community. Kate, you imagine if you could go, you live in Laventille, and the part of Laventille that you could go to a space like Roots Yard 5 minutes away from your home on a Saturday evening, carry your family.
King, I tell you, I experienced something in the Queen's Park Savannah a week ago. Saturday night. No, Saturday or Friday we went. Where we went and sit down. Friday night. We go on. Hey, my wife in the building all there. Let me have some respect. Yeah. And all where the tents where they have the farmers market, right?
Yeah.
People sitting down underneath the man pack up their car. I see a family, maybe about 20 people with about 3 8-seater table and some candles on the table, and them sit down eating, boy. And where you eating? The food where you now walk so and buy.
Right, wrong this.
Right there, and you come and you sit down. King, and I'm talking about uptown, midtown, and downtown. Everybody mixing because the youth men and them from Belmont and thing, them riding their bike up and down, who sit down on the grass. Some people was a black family was sitting down on the grass playing charades. In the savannah, my brother.
Well, that ain't new to me. I always tell them my former co-workers keep telling me, Andre, you go like that lally lime down there, you know.
Yeah.
Years ago, eh?
Yeah.
And I think on a Friday evening, they said they're going, I said, right, I'll go. Because always tell them, come on, go down, Crystal, big up yourself. And I go down there with them. And what I see, I talk about that on social media for a while.
Yeah.
Because that same thing you see, the only thing you see it under the tents now.
Yeah.
And this is over 10 years ago. But people use the back of the car, seating, thing, and the people liming, people come in the chair, the food chair, and them on the sit down.
Well, it's even bigger now because it have food trucks parking up there.
Right? So, that is proof that our communities need this.
Yeah. And when you look at all the business owners, who they look like?
Most of them is...
All of them black. It had 1 or 2 East Indians in the space. But it had a roti shop there. I didn't even know they sell roti in the night.
Breads, but here is the beautiful thing about that. Because we deal with it from a community's perspective.
Right.
In Port of Spain, the community is predominantly African. So you should get predominantly African businesses here. But when you start to go into the communities that is predominantly East Indian, you will get that.
Yeah. But and even Eddie Hart is a nice mix. I would say a 50-50.
And I go in there too because I tell them, I not living in a world where I ready to give up curry. I sorry. Right? And it just has
you go agree with Eddie.
It just has some ways that East Indian people let's cook curry that I need.
Yeah.
You understand? You get my attention one time. You say, nah, girl, go in there pot with curry.
Yeah.
You want my attention right there, you know? You understand? Right? But what I'm saying is when you go to it from a community perspective.
Yeah.
So all the communities go have it.
Yeah.
Right? The thing about it is it has some people you can't go in the communities.
Yeah.
And I tell them that's fine. We don't care about you.
Yeah.
Because I know you don't care about me.
Yeah.
But we need more of that. We need more of that roots here, that kind of vibes where instead of I sure it has little spaces for that. All of them don't have to be no big space.
No, but look, Mortel saying it here. I think we should take over the community centers by force because it belongs to us anyway and get rid of them mucking pretenders who claim they have our best interests at heart. Because the facts of the matter is, Breads, I am living, if I walk east, 2 streets away is Barataria Community Center, the one on 3rd Avenue.
Right.
Right? And if I walk 2 streets west on 6th Avenue is the next community center where they just built. If I go down by my mother, is Mova. Right? It have a community center in Angostura, the community center by Angostura. After they build that, my brother, I born and grew there 21 years and it never had no violence on that court, the basketball court, or the football pitch.
Yeah, we used to go. Where's the success used to do there?
Football.
Yeah, we used to go there.
Right? And the fact of the matter is, you could say what you want. The proof is in the pudding. Them things that keep them youth men and them out of trouble.
How much years you singing that song, boy?
Them things keeping them youth men. Because here what it used to have, I'm going back in my memory here. I'm going back on the hard drive. Tea parties like rain used to happen in that community center. Wedding like rain used to happen in there. Fashion shows used to happen there. Right? Where all the little seamstress and tailor, Auntie Cheryl next door by my mother there. I am positive she had a tea party and a fashion show there. At least once in the 21 years that I lived until 4. Right? They used to have this tournament. They used to have a small goal tournament. They used to have a basketball tournament and a netball tournament on the hard court.
Catching all the youths and them you getting just them 3 tournaments alone.
Yeah. And they used to have an all-fours tournament too. Because when it stopped happening there, it moved down by Yellowbird.
Right.
On the main road. Because it's still going.
Yeah.
You must know when it have an all-fours tournament. Yeah, because there's car from Fernandez straight down to Dorata Street. All down there, come and pack up.
Yeah.
You understand?
So, but Taika Brace said, don't Taika all about Calder. Huh?
Yeah, no, I joking. But the thing about it is, if all I want a thief, to me, that was the best version of thief I ever seen in my life.
One set of thing, Bill.
Thing Bill.
No, we have to do now is just give you the keys and sign a paper saying
all you own it.
We can run it.
Yeah. Right? And every now and again, nobody thing is they have the idea, you know. Because the Ministry of Community, look, you see, sewing classes, all them thing and Best Village used to happen in the community center.
I tell you.
I don't even know where Malik folk performers gone. Because them used to be in the community center by me there. Me know where them gone.
And that is a legendary community institution.
Come on. All them thing like the Boa Academy and them thing, nobody not supposed to be. If you want to rent it and do it as a business, brother, and you have the capital and the property, by all means. But you can't tell me that it have community centers lock up and there's only wedding and wedding
thing it happen there, boy. I had to reach out to the year.
What?
Yes. And I'm pretty sure that she would have tried that, But I had to reach out to her. There we don't guess.
Yeah.
I reach out. As we done, I reach out to her. Because
because the academy closed a while now.
Was looking forward to going and do things in the Boa Academy. Make it worse yet when school open back now and you're watching the building from by your school.
By your school, yeah.
Yeah, that's my daughter crying.
Yeah.
When I say, well, they're not there no more and they're gone. So I'll definitely reach out. I mean, like we in Bataria, we children supposed to be doing something in that community center, boy. At least one day for the week. It's supposed to have something them trying looking forward to in the community center. Right? We can even say a government space, a government-owned space. And yes, people, I will always keep saying government. Because they are the people calling them kind of shots. The reason why we're talking about this now is because somebody connected to the government say, yo, enough of that. But we had these spaces. I know for sure, as Taika said, it had these spaces.
King, it have these spaces because the other day all they want to go and pave Mandela Park. What's this shit they was going to do the other day in Mandela Park and people started to kick up a fuss and they had to calm down with it.
I can't remember.
Something they was going to do, boy. All the public court and all them things still there. Right? So, alright. The football, all they realize the football is a thing. Give the people permission, let them put on 2 big goal, paint up, ting. Yeah, you pitch there.
Never.
Right? You're not doing that.
That's what I keep saying to you. I keep saying that. I remember when I was living over, the people passing around on the car horn on them now, talking about they just closed down because the people was using some abandoned property. It was like a homework center, so you training them have a place to come after school and they're helping them with homework and 1 or 2 other little activities.
Hey, Mortal, say what you saying, babe?
Right? We say we accept that it was on a property you had no right to use.
Right.
But you close it down without saying, well, the same thing I say, I like this idea because people given the time.
Yeah. Yeah, but here was my thing. How much time we go use? If you, as the leaders, realize
Like I say,
that people need, to put the AstroTurf on the park, right? That is madness. If you, as the quote-unquote leaders, realize that, hey, it's not happening once, it's not happening twice, with people taking it upon themselves to go and do positive things in public spaces, like we boy from Malabar, who we never get to come, right? Oh God, boy! Or you put something in place so people can say, "Well, here what's going on, guys? Are you a creative from a community and you're looking for a public space? Apply to whoever and whoever now and see what is next, what is there for you." Oh God, boy! It ain't that hard. And give the people this space, let them pay. Because hear what I'm saying. The man not doing it for free alone. Right? Because it go start so free. The youths and them in the area will come and whatever. And then eventually he could probably charge her $20. He could charge her $10. Whatever. And then from that $10 now you motivate the brother to start to say, here what's going on. Make your money. Pay the lease. And after 100 years, if it so be, and we find that you build enough on the property and whatever, we go get the land. Or we give you the first option to buy the land. Because you pay the lease for 100 years. You understand? But you gain it by...
So,
good.
that best village thing.
I try my best not to curse on the station, boy, but oh my God, boy.
That best village thing, boy, I have clear memories of my grandfather when he used to teach art. Doing it in the community center in Darbody. And talking about it, the right place for best village.
Yeah.
I always remember one Shango Mango Lizzie. But he right plays and he was teaching art and talking about other people in the community center that coming and giving up their time.
Yeah.
People still willing. I remember talking to my school in the soap lady. I talked about that on the program already, and she was saying that she was willing to give up her time to teach what she does do.
Yeah, but even Gage moms, Miss Bashir, she tell we in the shop that she looking for talents like us to come and teach the youths and them craft, different skills, whatever we willing, people willing, because we understand fully that not everybody could pay to learn these skills.
But even before that, a big part of us still connected to self-love, even though we don't know is that.
Correct.
What we plenty of us motivated by is capitalism and the fact that we need money to live here.
Yeah.
But I sure, because I know Mortel do it, I know I could talk for Mortel. Mortel do free workshops and things already teaching during rap, so and little aspects are drumming.
Mm-hmm.
Sheldon Mendoza, with all he experience and the things he know, I sure he will be willing to teach young people certain things if they say community project twice a week for free.
Yeah.
I sure that they have the people that are willing to do it. The problem is the spaces and places.
Yeah.
So now you had a place like Roots Yard where after you had a long week, you saw your child does had an exam Friday, that's stressed out, thing you feel, come on, I'll carry you down here. And we could sit down and chill, hear some good music, eat something nice, see craft, you seen anything here you like, you were inspired by it. No, it had nothing like that because as Omari say, it was a family-friendly space.
Yeah.
Can we think off the top of our heads? We know definitely not in we community. Or right outside of we community, somewhere like that you could go.
Off the top? No, sir.
But you know where you could go? You could go to the places where you're going to watch movies. Right? You could go to the places to eat.
The water park.
None of them owned by us.
Yeah.
So that money not coming back into we communities, it's not helping.
And that therein lies the problem.
Yeah.
Because you see, the thief in Chinese thief the idea and put it on Chagrit Road too.
I was saying, I want to go and see. That's
No,
what
but
I
real
say.
people burn it down because the food, some of the food is rubbish. The nicest one there I think is pork, is the pork woman from Dago. And only because she there, I'm not going there. Even though I like she pork, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I will go by the one on what's the name of the one on Off the Ave, because it have about 9 black owned businesses inside of there doing food. That is right on Carlos Street. As you bend, you make the right on Carlos Street next to Coco Lounge.
All right, okay.
Right there.
I tell it has spaces and places.
Yeah. And people doing things that have a man just open one in Sangre Grande there too. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, I see that. I see
Yeah.
that.
Where he doing food just like Eddie Hat, but he doing food and craft. So it have spaces like people who doing t-shirts and craft and
That
things.
thing needed, boy.
Because dog, the reality is not everybody wore that shirt and tie shirt to know. Everybody don't wear that to know. And plus some people, and remember it come back to the conversation we have about the term success and what you term, how we perceive success. You dig? Some people just cool. I sell a 10 chain for the night. I could pay a bill. I could buy some groceries. Thing. The family happy. Wifey out there, she doing she thing too. We good. Not everything is about the marriage and the palace, the palatial life. You understand? Because I telling you, my brother, I don't know. I willing to put my head on a block. Anybody I see living like that didn't get there scrupulously. Right? Nah. Pastor and them thief any money from the church. Rocking Louis Vuitton. Had a private jet. Right? And then don't talk about the contractors and them who supposedly tendering but getting big contract.
With all of that, I say to them all, that is why the problem is greed. You know why the problem is greed? Because you could afford a Porsche in Trinidad and Tobago money. And you're living in a mansion and by Trinidad and Tobago standards. And you have a few $1 million in a account somewhere, right?
Right.
Why you still need to thief?
Yes, Taika, it is.
Or why you still need to influence certain processes that will make sure you get it? That's a problem. So she said, well, somebody, Bridging, would have gotten the contract to do it.
The same fella, yeah.
They would have put AstroTurf and a second building on the One Woodbrook side. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But look at this place. Oh God. Mukarapo.
All right.
Songforge.
I never been there. I know of it, but I never been there.
That's a state land. And one of the owners is a puppet. He is a flower height.
All right.
Alright? So he is one of the token ones that they go say.
Yeah,
look,
yeah. Well, I know.
Look.
I know.
Look, he get you.
Yeah.
How come all he ain't getting you? And thing. Alright.
I tell them he's not the African to come and tell that shit.
But show me one of us that apply for a space big like the Niagara and get through. That's what we're to do.
We always have to go back to that. And I want to make this clear. Just yesterday.
Hey, Kyle, blessed Earth Strong, my brother.
Hey, blessed
Earth Strong, my brother. We celebrating our birthday in the building today.
Right. This is no attack, no knock on the East Indian community.
No.
All they had us to do to get all they own.
That's right. And we ain't vex.
I ain't vex at all.
Whoever they get it under, we ain't vex neither.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
Right? Everybody should have that.
Correct.
If the Chinese community feel they need that,
Yeah.
yeah.
But look, Mortel said it earlier, he remember the Bacchanal, the Orisha community went through when they tried to get a piece of land.
Right?
But why?
Because again, we vote for people who darker than we, but inside, white like snow, you know.
Yeah.
You swear it's them, they write about in Mary had a little lamb, you know. You understand? And I telling any one of them now in the face. All you only black on the outside.
Yeah.
All you no true African.
Yeah, bud.
Right? Prove me wrong. Right? How is it that we have all these we have places like the Niagara that continue to grow?
Mm-hmm. Because that's what happens when you give somebody that kind of space.
Right? But we still fighting to get something for the Emancipation Support Committee. To have a home ground.
And where them renting from? Who them renting from?
I think it's the government itself. Where we don't have to worry that if we get the Savannah in time, we had a year, we had us to, that was the year for Carry Festa, where we was outside on the grass and rainfall, it's soggy and all kind of thing. That's a disrespect to us as African people.
Correct.
Right? We ain't talking about the committee here. We're talking about the fact that the calls have been made over the years from the committee for land. I do not know if they ever identified land and say government, there's the land. I don't know. But I know the calls were made. Right? And we can get a piece of land to host the largest Pan-African festival in the world.
Go ahead, brother. Sorry, I couldn't help. I couldn't help that.
Yeah. I have my misgivings and reservation. I Israel deal with them.
Yeah.
But one thing I know is that there are some real hard-working young people inside of it.
Yeah.
And I do. This is one of the cases where I take caution to not throw the baby with the bathwater. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know it are some people. I see it. Watch me now. When you're walking with somebody who actually working on Emancipation Day, and seeing that if they stop walking, they will sleep while they're standing up.
Yeah.
I know, I right?
Yeah.
But
now we are in rabs with them too tight. Don't worry.
yeah, but
Serious rabs.
we know that calls were made. Now you can't tell me not one emancipation when all they get all the nice African clothes and come up to talk on Emancipation morning outside Cheji building, and I say the Cheji always empty. When all they come to talk outside the Cheji building, no, they want to come and say, well, this piece of paper over here, boy, the ancestors feeling good with this here right now. We have a 5-acre piece of land for the Emancipation Committee.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Not one time, boy.
Nah, but you comment about Jarastafari and the people
All
in them
this
place.
stinking, boy.
Yeah.
You understand? Them is pretend African, boy.
Yeah.
Them is pretend African. We can't do nothing with how they look. They look the role. Them is for Hollywood.
Yeah.
Them is for Hollywood.
Nollywood.
Yeah, not even Nollywood. Because we will question somebody acting from Nollywood. You understand?
Yeah.
Or Hollywood. Because in Nollywood,
yeah,
you know it's a movie.
Yeah.
When you buy a Nigerian, you know it's a movie. So I can appreciate it for that.
Right.
It has something, some Hollywood.
Yeah.
You swear it's real life.
Yeah. Facts.
You understand?
Yeah, because like the Matrix, we still feeling and
You
I still
understand?
feel like
So
that really.
The them so who just bought the biggest set of kaftan and them, the most expensive sets.
Yeah.
Yeah, them is for Hollywood King.
Yeah. But
Right.
like on that topic, on that note, you say you don't negate the young people in that space, which you have issues with is sustainability and the longevity. we have put it to them on an interview that we had on the Afro Trini View, where Sister Zakia had come and sit down and talk to me. You know, but it seems as though it is only emancipation.
Yeah.
And them is not the Black People Association.
I wouldn't say it's not the Black People Association, but I would say that everything that they do is centered around emancipation time.
Yes.
And if it's so, I think the onus is on us now. The onus is on us, everybody who commented in here, to form something, the Kwame Ture Memorial, to work all year round.
Okay.
Because I would never, ever, ever forget that youth man from Fire.
Yeah. Did he hear?
Yeah, and the only reason I call the name is because I want people to remember that insurance company that was 2017 or 18 or somewhere around there. But in 2017 or 18, we still had people going to work and the bosses had a problem with the hair. And when they take a picture of the youth man, it's not nothing that we could say is
the man normal.
Right? Now here is my issue with that. There's where I say we should really, really come together and form something, because you have to have somebody you're accountable to, like how the Mahasaba. I always tell people I was a fan of Satmar. They could say all they want. He was this super defender, East Indian rights in the place. You don't have to agree with everything he do or say. But we guarantee you, if you say East Indian and then something that they perceived as negative, he come in.
Yeah.
Ta-da-da-da-da-da! You understand what I'm saying to you? Right? And that is admirable. They can say what they want.
Yeah.
Because we don't have nobody like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me go back up. Taika says, let's also talk about institutional memory. Government remembers black misappropriation of funds. Give your once and they fumble the bag and they remember. But when the others remember it, you know when they just bring that up? When you come to tell them, so here that's now, we like what they're doing. So what the rising son? That way you prefer that? You come in to bring that back up when you in power, brother. What you doing while you here? I don't want to hear about that. That the past. Then Kyle say, I watched the interview with you both that we did with ESC. They said they needed volunteers. I submitted a form and not a call yet. This is almost a month ago I sent Kyle a video.
Right.
He said, I've drove around and there are many potential sites. I feel I will stay far from that organization. Then Taika said Zakia could talk that talk, but they have positioned themselves as a black organization, of course.
And this is what I say, and this is what I said to Ms. Zakia on the show, right?
Yeah.
They had to do a better job at their marketing and the way people perceive them.
Yeah, but King,
they have to.
The former president of the association is one of the leaders in the 1970 revolution.
Right.
What is that?
And one of the things I have to say as I get older, as I used to rail about them out.
He doing the same thing all the politicians and them doing, you know?
I just say this. I want to tell him thanks for what he do at that time.
Right.
Brother Kafra Cambon. Don't be vexed with man. I want to say it loud and clear. You can't be vexed with me for having an opinion. Right? And my opinion is that all they suck, all they real poor at showing we what it is do. And I've said this to more than one of them.
Yeah.
Right? Because the same way I could praise the young people that I see working in the organization is because I could see what they're doing. Right? And I'm seeing everything else. Right?
That's how. Somebody please take that 12 gauge shotgun from Taika, because Taika is busting some very hard shots in this comments here. And I don't think people will survive. She said, I am also not on that cause you're black. You should work for them for free. No, as an artist, respect me. Respect me. You understand? She's busting some hard shots.
Right. I agree with that totally.
That's course.
Why we brethren who we went to school with.
Yes.
C4 the legend. He's singing one of his songs. He say I don't do freestyles because I ain't spitting nothing for free. He said that why the radio don't play me because if I charge them what I'm worth, they can't pay me.
Correct.
And it's a mental that we is real push, boy. Come and do this for free now, you'll get exposure. And most of the time, and I can talk from my experience,
Yeah.
we never see the exposure.
But where is it?
Son.
Not when every-
My text say every day. I don't know if my text say I don't know how much. My text could say in his career as an artist, how much money exposure ever pay. You understand? And that part side, I definitely agree. We had to do better. Now, the flip side of that though is that I have seen volunteers, because when I went to do the show in New York, that was kind of crazy for me that nearly everybody involved in the show. Dr. Mana. Said a comment there. Right? Nearly everybody. Come in, come. Nearly everybody involved in the show was volunteers working for free from a college, from about 2-3 colleges.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And somebody, no, the lady had went and applied and they get that. But it had one young lady in particular, she actually volunteered. Yeah. So Big Brother Matix, as somebody who
Mike 4.
as somebody who performed up and down the place, all over the place, right? I wanted to, if you could put a figure, a guesstimate figure on what value in your life, money-wise, did exposure put into your coffers?
I wish I get wait name Jeopardy music.
Yeah. I was singing doom 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 doom.
I really can't quantify it in my mind. As I say that, I'm trying to think of events that was pitched to me that really sort of gave a direct return on my investment of time and energy, and I can't think of much. Can't think of much.
That's an A-level question I get demanded, you know. Not even CXC, you know.
What I appreciate is when somebody comes to me and all right, and they're truthful and they say, you know what, we can't really pay X amount, but you know we would like it, and let me make the decision, obviously,
Of
and then I
course.
judge whether I see value in it or not. You know what I mean? And it's really up to you to utilize it. Because back in the day with Highway Records, we would go to an event. All right, there are people there, whatever, all right, cool. But we selling merch.
Yeah.
We selling CDs, selling t-shirts, thing. So, you know, it's really up to the artist to sort of evaluate the value in the mind.
But you can't volunteer me to volunteer.
Nah.
And
I write a whole song about that called Puppet.
Oh God!
Where we go look for it.
Of the business art. You know what I mean?
So, and I think this is the problem that some people would have when they say with the Emancipation Support Committee, is that it would seem like you're telling me I have to volunteer is the only way. I know paid, whatever. And as Taika say, volunteerism is important. I have been a volunteer and it has edified my life, but don't take advantage of my choice to volunteer. Right? Because I was just telling Garen, when I went to do the fashion show in New York,
Right.
nearly everybody involved in the pulling off of the show, the models, and the people working behind the scenes, the people taking, was volunteers. Right? And that's kind of crazy to me because I ain't seeing that here now, but I think it's a mindset, but I also think it's how you put it across now. Like, all right, so when I come and volunteer for you, we're doing it. I have something official to put on a resume.
Yeah, exactly.
Some
So
kind of
it's
something.
like a kind of internship sort of format. And I seen it with a lot of international festivals as well. I did one called North by Northeast in kind of in Toronto specifically, and all the little fringe events around the festival, it was volunteer. You're looking at young teenage college students were the ones executing it, and you get to. With that, you get the experience. It's not exposure they give you, but you get the experience of executing, whether it be a small event,
Right.
medium-sized event, etc., etc.
Right.
And then that is what we again, and this is what I tell them. And I say this, and I think we had said to her I had said it to her on the interview that we had with her. All you had to do a better job of expressing what they
doing, yeah.
Because I want to say this loud and clear. I have benefited from the Emancipation Support Committee. I know a lot of young people have benefited from the Emancipation Support Committee. And we have all benefited from some of the works that the Emancipation Support Committee do.
Right.
But how much are we know that?
Yeah.
How much are we know exactly what it was involved in?
But them doing the same thing the flower party doing, brother. Because when the rising sun was dead, all over the billboard, your government working for you. We just fixed this pavement here, your government working for you. We pop that all day, your government working for you, and we had a problem with that. But now them here, we don't know what they're doing. Other than
and that's why
you're cutting ribbon here, you're cutting ribbon there.
I said that to Ms. Zach here.
Yeah.
At time, and I think I even said it to her brother. No, I think I said it to Sister Zakia, and she told me I should come in and talk. I'm saying all you have to do a better job of showing me what to do, because we would like to think that we informed.
Yeah.
And we learned certain things interviewing our brother who did a documentary on the 1970 Black Power Revolution. Them people and them do real thing.
Yeah.
Brother Kafra Kambon, what they do like what the Emancipation Support Committee turned out into, or we assume or think it is, he works cannot be denied when it comes to that, right?
Yeah.
But we say down here today, one set a negative thing, not knowing what them do that benefiting everybody.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And that is my problem with it now. Like, I putting you in that same bracket. Plenty of people know what music you have.
Yeah, Kalok Sheldon say they, he do it with Pepper. It gone. I remember editing a TV show for Pepper featuring Matix where I first heard the puppet song. I never hear that puppet song. I go down and be bossing it us now.
Yeah, big up Jamaica. They pay me for that event. Just putting it out there. I was paid. And you find, I always say this, right? Like as a promoter, like how you treat me as an artist, and this really shouldn't be, but it's just reality because we're humans now.
Yeah.
How you treat with me, you're gonna get the best out of me if you treat me well. You don't necessarily need the biggest budget, but if you treat with me well as an artist, I come in there under a relaxed frame and I want to earn my money then. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Correct.
So.
All right. Well, yeah.
All right, well, speaking of work, I going back and work now.
Yeah, do your work now, brother. Do your work. We ain't paying you. This was solely for exposure. Yeah, but on the real us, this boy say Sheldon say when he come home he go talk to me about starting an organization that will bring change to us as a people. Well, boy, we look forward to it. Just be prepared for some hard work, because your knees going to get bust up, your elbows going to get bust up, your head going to get bust up.
Well, I sure he know that too, you know.
Because your own people going to hit you some hard bellas, some stamp, and how you bleeding in the gully. You know what I mean? Because you ain't going to be the first and you ain't going to be the last. But we'll be behind you regardless. Just now, let me go back up here. Volunteers are gained by education as well. Of course, there's an emotional investment in the project. She said, give me the chance to opt out. Yeah. Now, for that, volunteerism is important. I have been a volunteer and it has edified my life, but do advantage me of my choice to volunteer. Facts. Kyle say, and the PR and marketing had to improve. And Kyle, you have to pay for that. So how are you using the funds you get every year? Yo!
And that next thing too.
There's not a can of worms in it. There's a toffee tank, one of them 1,000-gallon tank of water.
Right.
Yeah.
But that next thing too that I think that they definitely need to work on.
Yeah.
You see the way we perceive what others do with the money?
Yeah.
What they have to show we.
Of course.
Even if they show we one time.
But you're accountable to we.
No, even if you only show we one time. Because we just say this year you get 5 million and you show we how you use it and we realize, shit, boy, them Pleasant was working magic with that 5 million. Because I have been a part of the Emancipation, well, the Pan-African Festival, what we just call the village. And when they walk through that ain't cheap to put out.
Right. But it's not 5 million.
Right. I am saying to you, whatever it is you have,
Yeah.
because people are to get paid and thing too. You know, no problem with none of that. I just saying to you, show me a breakdown. A way you do with that money. So
Right.
that when I say Dinewood 5 million, you could show me why it is 5 million. Otherwise, we will be here speculating and taking away from all the good things always do.
Correct. Our question.
Yes, sir.
So, the Nagar still getting money?
I don't know.
I need to look into that.
I don't know.
Now, I know culturally, everybody does get
A little kakada.
a little kakada, yeah, for the different event, the different celebrations. So Eid, Diwali, the
But
different.
on that note, there we are all of this tied into creative spaces and places now.
Right.
We do have no African festivals in Trinidad and Tobago, you know, that are national festivals, you know. Because emancipation is just the commemoration of the remembrance of the day slavery was abolished. But there is no authentic African celebration in Trinidad and Tobago, right? If you don't know Orisha people who have festivals like our one coming up on the 16th in our Matarita in Arima, if you don't know that, then you can't go to authentic African festival.
Right.
Right? We have authentic Christian festivals. We have authentic Islamic festivals. We have authentic Hindu festivals. But we have no authentic African festivals in Trinidad and Tobago. And that is something that we had to change.
Well, I don't tell you about that already. Because I personally have my issue with the division that exists. Because we talk about it when Ned was here. The division that exists between the different Orisha factions now. You know, and I can't wrap my mind around why that division still existing. Not knowing fully well that there is a benefit to be had if all of us take 2 seconds, come together and realize the power that stand with the numbers. All our problem done. All you get the land, all you're looking for. You'll get the day, all you're looking for. But it can't be you alone writing the minister to say, well, boss, we want our Orisha Day, Shango Day. Right? It can't be you alone. That letter had to come from each one of them yards. Because it's the power, the numbers factor is the problem we just suffer with as a people.
I agree.
You understand? That's the reality. You understand? What I can say? Yes, and Tuko, she know which one she want more. I do it here.
And there's the thing about it. Imagine that a young black person like Taika with so much to offer feel the need to war two organizations that is black.
Yeah.
That says something for where we at.
It says a lot.
Yeah.
It says a lot.
Motel, that song on YouTube, that's a bad tune. No, don't let
Nobody.
them tell you it's a nobody before you become somebody. You could be anybody. Motel with that tune. That tune on YouTube.
Send the link on WhatsApp there. Send the link on WhatsApp.
See,
Because we building a nice little tune. Let's say it for all the unknowns. That's what we show is for. You understand?
Boy,
because
man.
we music, the reality is most of the music we play here, like the Matics, we play when we open the show. Unless you in that space, you ain't gonna really know the song. You understand? But the fact of the matter is the music is there. So while these jackass and them out here trying to convince we that it didn't have enough local music and it didn't have this and it didn't have it didn't have.
I wonder if the person who make that statement all them years ago, who the nation was listening to as a radio god, I wonder if they're going to make that same statement again today.
I mean, him gain.
I wonder if Matix remember that statement. You understand? That they do have enough locally made music to play on the radio. Between that time and now, soca alone could fill the areas.
Oh, brother. Right now I building a soca playlist on YouTube there. And that is a mama task, you know.
Bread. So now, let me deal it right here. In this room here, we are Sheldon Mendoza music. We are John Motel music. Make it
Matix.
up in this pasture every now and again.
Yeah.
We are Matix music.
Yep.
In this little room right here.
Yeah.
Right?
We are the Jammets.
We are the Jamettes.
With the first offering.
I'm on to talk about it tonight, enough music and and this and that and again, it artists pass through Roots Yard and perform. We brother Dennis Mortel,
Aminet, yeah.
Aminet performing in Roots Yard. That was in December. Yeah. Then you have actual artists who just paint.
Yeah.
Having live shows in Roots Yard while the music playing, them painting. You understand? So
you see this thing where he Sheldon said that's why we have to promote the good that comes, even if it means some people feel embarrassed because most people don't have a clue who is behind the works being done, so they think you're not doing.
And that's what I say. That's exactly what I say about the ESC.
Yeah.
It's not all bad.
Nah, definitely not.
I'm saying, say that to the ESC. Anybody listening to me, watching the camera, anybody listening to me from the Emancipation Support Committee, we ain't mean all bad, you know. All our organization like all they needed, right? But here we're going up to this point here, have a lot of young black people that think the Emancipation Support Committee don't do nothing. And it is on all you to put out the information. If all you had the information out there and we ain't taking it on that different. But we need to hear some of the great things that all they do. Because then we'll continue saying the ESC is a waste of time. And for the most part, we know that is not true. The wealth of information that sits with the directorate, like people like Ms. Jackie Burgess, great woman. Great woman. But most of Trinidad don't know her. Right? Sister Zakia, Brother Kafra Cambon and his wife.
Yeah.
That's a whole repository. That's a library.
Yeah. No, but that's because they're not making they are not making the institution exciting. If you position that place, you're not positioning it as no rebel thing, you know. Hey boy, we fed up on the system. We want we money right now. You ain't positioning it as that shit. Right? You're positioning the thing as a place and space for young black people to come and get involved.
Well, that's the next thing now. So the next thing now had to be that we have to ask them now again about
election.
Not just election, a space. Because the current space that they occupy, that is not enough for the kind of things that we have in mind.
Tiger said Jackie's a jamet.
Now, Miss Jackie's vibes.
Yeah.
You understand?
Sheldon said the division still exists because power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Most Orisha practitioners are more interested in personal power than power as a people. Brother, anybody who in a leadership position, does end up in that monkey pants at some point. You understand? Because when you sort of feel that you control things, which is why the Black Caucus didn't exist, it didn't work. Because the man who started wanted to be it. And it cannot be that. It's an organization, which means at some point, if you want shit, you had to be able to move. We had to be able to move you.
I don't know. Like one of the times in my life where my spirit tell me, I see the organization, watch them, and I listen to
it. It was right. Yeah. Kyle say men will have to give up some of their power. Egos have to be set aside for us to operate in solidarity. I agree with you, Andre. Mortel say, I too benefited from the Emancipation Support Committee and their works cannot be denied. And Nubian people didn't take advantage of that opportunity to rise.
Yeah, because as I say, plenty of the things we just talk is because we don't know. But we don't know how they tell we. Remember I tell you just recently I watched over the documentary. I was ironing a night. Ironing clothes for the week. And I put it on. When you hear what Brother Kafron and them do, getting locked up and all kind of thing, all the talk we talking here, how much are we here wouldn't take a lock up for black rights?
No. Because you're forfeiting your right to travel and all kind of thing when you do that. You know? So
I'm saying,
people ain't going through that.
Right, so it can't be denied, but at the same time, how much of us have access to that documentary?
Yeah.
How we meet Valley?
Say this.
Sean say this?
Yeah.
Right. So we schoolmate.
Yeah.
Who would have happened to know what Brother Valley was doing?
Well, remember, he was doing the videos of them.
Right.
The rap videos, yeah.
Right? And say, hey, that would be a good person to interview.
Yeah.
We didn't come across that because it's accessible.
No.
That's supposed to be in the library.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be playing once a month in the library. Community centers supposed to be showing them things. The government's supposed to buy that. But it's still are people in the present government that didn't agree with the Black War Revolution.
Don't.
You understand?
I didn't. Don't. Because they ain't gonna change.
We had a former commissioner of police who talked about how them mutineers and them we shouldn't be talking about that every year because them was mutineers and thing. But what the people and them had a mutiny about? The man say from your own mouth, I joined the army to protect my country. I didn't join the army. I not following an order where they're telling me go and attack civilians. And I respect the hell out of that.
Yeah.
But if you watching me to tell me there was mutinies and you can't even understand why they chose to ignore those orders, then that would tell me, boy, anytime you get the order to come against me because they ain't like why I saying you're coming. You understand? I still saying them people are the put out because we need that information. Eh? Some of the information here, if you ever listen to anybody from NJAC talk about some of the things that NJAC do, and then people come out of NJAC, you will want to hear some of them stories as somebody who even partly interested in your African history as it relates to Trinidad and Tobago. We had to hear them stories.
I take a break there. Yo. So we back. Black.
We are black.
We are black.
Right? And one of my problems does be when you talk about certain things, you just get blacklisted.
Yeah.
That's be one of my problems because no boy, mortal boy in the last couple of moves, I can't find that. I wish I could find that boy. And I think I had a signed copy, right? I not again solely because I do like some of the things what they're doing as the ESC. Because Mortel say it here. And Mortel, not even in the country, Mortel could talk about how he benefit from them. I definitely benefit from them. But not because I benefit from it means I have to agree with everything and be a yes man. We have seen the failures of a lot of companies and organizations because all it had was yes men.
Yep. And anytime you're on that yes man thing, you're going to fail. Because I don't want nobody who are around me just telling me, yeah, boy, that trim look real good, boy. I don't want no customer like that neither. Anytime I cut your hair, friend, and you don't like it, boy, I find the mark was lean last time, or my edges wasn't sharp enough, or my mustache was too thin, or it was too thick. Communicate with me.
That's how it will get better.
That's how it will get better, right? Because you encouraging me, you motivated me to be better.
And I lived long enough to see where people get blackballed and blacklisted simply because they say something.
Stand up, yeah.
Well, we didn't even reach any stand-up years yet, because stand-up will mean you're actually involved with them now.
True.
But simply because you have a difference in opinion to them. And if we still living like that, we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Because if we cannot approach the ESC and have this discussion, shit, I changed back the thing. Yeah, and have this discussion regarding betterment. It's because we standing up on the outside. Brother, you can't tell me every year you trying to fireball flea market and trying to convince people about village. You understand? That is a flea market. And you're disrespecting the vendors and them every time you do that. Because you come in to throw some vanilla on what is always be signing up on? It's not pallet?
Pallets.
Right? All you gain people pallet to stand up on and thing and where. Yo, if you're doing that and you're making it look like roots yard, I don't fight. But don't tell me every 31st, every 1st of August, you're coming to throw up some tent and some fluorescent bulb and make people feel that there is none of village. There is none of village. To me,
well, it was weird to make it the village.
No, but the layout, how they keep laying it out is failure because they just throw it down in the back of the class. Like if it do exist, right? And everything happening up in the front.
Yeah, that's something that definitely I bring up that
And then you have to bring back the educational side of the thing. It is not there.
before I was a vendor in the Pan-African Festival all year. I was a visitor. And I had to tell all year, the education aspect of it is missing. I don't know, because when you become a vendor, you get consumed by, trying to make your money, trying to pour the best possible product. So, I'm not on that side as much now.
Right.
But I don't know if it's the people who just not come in, I don't know. But I think that one of the things they have to do, the music system have to work in tandem with the education people. So if Swaglit is teaching barbering for the next hour, the DJ can play no music.
Right.
Right? And I have no problem with that broadcasting through the whole place. Right? Because I telling you, I remember, boy, at the height of this thing, hundreds of people gather around a tent to hear a man talking. When I tell you a beautiful side, Karen.
But King, the facts of the matter is, we want the information. I want it. You understand? So when them start to play them thing, imagine you shopping, you are wrong, thing. All them things is psychology, You have a revolutionary speech taking place in the background of a environment that started on the backs of slavery or the emancipation from slavery. And people shop into that. It does stick, Yeah. You understand? It does stick because it is happening in the stores and them. You're shopping in a particular store that does play certain music to get you to buy. They just have certain lighting to get you to buy. Certain colors to get you to buy. The placement of certain products.
Yeah.
All them little chewing gum and thing would be by the cashier. You feel they putting in there for chance? Because that is the last opportunity they have to grab you before you leave the place. You understand?
And again, so that is one thing that I want to talk to them about this year. As you say that, definitely want to talk to them about that, because for me, as somebody who used to go to the village and spend whole day on Emancipation Day, I spending whole day going on the walk. People, if they never go on that walk, or they have to go on that walk, boy. That walk spiritual. Right? That Emancipation morning procession, that is spiritual. Right? You make that walk. So it's to make the walk and then go up in the village. So let me say I reach up in the village 9 o'clock in the morning. I day till night time, 9, 10 o'clock in the night. I out since after 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Right? But a big part of that, because that's when I was just starting my journey into African consciousness, African revolutionary thought. I mean, you're in a big one on your jersey day today.
The same day, Stokely,
You understand?
aka Kwame Ture.
That same me are fighting them down to name the street anyway.
Yeah.
Right. But a big part of my day was spending around people who teaching. Right? The food. God. Yeah, I feel we had to invite them again. One thing I do be disappointed with in the village is the food.
Invite who?
The committee.
Wait.
Yeah.
Alright.
Right? Because some conversations hard,
You know why I agree? Because the last time it was just the 3 away. But this time,
yeah,
we have our back in.
there are people who want
and
to
they
talk
back in
and
live. Correct.
I wouldn't even say back in. I just say we have an audience that could talk to you while we there now. Yeah.
Tell Joel we will talk to him, Taika. We're reason with him a little bit.
Who Joel?
The mayor.
I watch when I'll be real nice until the flambeau procession in the night. Yeah.
When that's be?
Emancipation night, yeah. In the night.
The first itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
My thing with people like the mayor Porter Spain and thing. Your actions, they show me stuff. So in the middle of the pandemic, the First Nation people had a quote unquote protest. against the Christopher Columbus statue, right? Why in the world we still want to have Christopher Columbus statue, but we can't have a Kwame Ture street? I get into that. Nothing about that event was violent or seemed violent, especially based on previous iterations, right?
Right.
I'm sure I have a picture somewhere around. The amount of police that come to,
Yeah, that post it.
I say, how are they feeling as black men that them send all to stand up and make a brigade around the statue of a white murderer, boy? That help, that have a big part to play in the fact that you was brought here as a enslaved man. Protecting the statue. We was there in that, right? It's 2020. They want to rename Oxford Street Kwame Ture Street.
Boulevard.
Because that way he was born. And he often spoke about Trinidad in his speeches. That's a problem for the mayor of Port of Spain. That's a problem.
Yeah, but they can't change no street name.
Right?
They change Queen Street. They ain't change the name.
No.
They add something.
I don't want no part of that. I don't want no Kwame Ture slash. Oh, no. Let's
slash.
get rid of those people's names.
Yeah.
Right? But if there is a problem for a national hero that was celebrated internationally that never forget Trinidad, is all you ban him. The same
flower party.
The same flower party.
Yeah.
And they never taught it thing, all the black talk the talk. They never taught it prudent to lift the ban.
Yeah.
Right? It's a East Indian run party. Brought him back to Trinidad and Tobago.
No. Was Robinson. ANR. No.
Then we check up on that.
All right.
Right?
We could do that.
But these is people that's supposed to be celebrated. From the time you say we want to rename Oxford Street Kwame Ture Way, people leaving America and coming here to see where Kwame Ture was born.
Yeah.
Because even though we don't really celebrate him here, he's humongous out
Revered,
there.
Yeah. Taika Seri Grello is the only one who changing names outright. That's San Fernando.
San Fernando.
Yeah, he in business. All right, let me take the last break there. And then we will close off. We have about the last 15 minutes there, right?
Yeah.
And we are black.
Yo, we black, you know.
And proud. Yeah. So, I mean, I feel it's time for we to start to look for some sites and earmark certain areas that are nice. Now, the problem is that I have plenty space in Lavantil, eh? Plenty space in Lavantil. But I just don't know if people will be willing to come there. Because I was watching that piece of land. You see, when you come down off the bypass, where the Labas used to be, when you come down off the bypass to head east, that little triangle there next to the Baptist people, the school.
You see where Alabas is?
That is where the Labas used to be.
I learned something.
Yeah. You understand? That piece of land is a sweet piece of land between the Bush Route and the highway. Oh my gosh.
Now, I want to say this, right?
Yeah.
Anyway that they want to give in Lavantil, you're supposed to take it.
Yeah.
Let me figure out what we go do with it after.
Yeah.
I always remember my old boss.
Even the piece of land where Kaya film, with this spray paint, where the bond used to be, next to Spray Simon.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Any kind of land that they give me like that,
Yeah.
who are the sign?
Yeah.
How long it for? We go work it out after
After the
because
fuck, yeah.
and I even think that we should go forward because one of the things that I really enjoy is listening. Yeah, that was look Sheldon say I think Kwame Ture ban was lifted in 1996 by Pandey government.
All
Yeah.
right, okay.
But one of the things I enjoy, I will never get tired of hearing, is David Mohammed and them talk about the process of lobbying for the land, getting the land, even with everybody boiling day boy, thing. And then the money to build the land come from the people, the time come from the people, donations from, the various black-owned businesses and things. But people coming down and helping a man come down the hill and say, all I have is a 20. But now you could look at this thing and say, you have money in it. Because plenty businesses is have investors, but there's never a quota figure. So you don't have to tell nobody it's $20 you put.
True.
But you invested in it. Right? That's what I say. Take the land anyway in Lavantil. Take the land, because who knows, Judah they might be able to go up on the hill and do a roots yard, and that help change the environment, the mentality and environment of the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you see, we keep assuming that them fellas and them ain't gonna be interested in something like that, But when them see positivity taking place, where you could come and it's in your community, them fellas going and protect that. Them going and protect that, because once you ain't threatening what them doing, them fellas going and protect that. You understand me?
I agree with that.
Yeah, because we pushing, and the reality is plenty of them getting contract now, But they ain't cleaning up. They're staying where it is. You understand? And die madness. The point is, we like to watch The Godfather and we like to watch Scarface and all them thing. But when them fellas and them get their first piece of money, that they're big enough to say, but yeah, what's going on? We moving away from this, We're going into some kind of laundry business or some kind of thing.
Shannon Sharp was saying that. Yeah, he was telling Jamaran that.
Yeah.
You trying to hack all this gangster thing, you now sign a contract for $200 million.
And playing with gun on Instagram.
Come on, man.
But is he hard as bellas, yeah?
But again, it's who are wrong it too, because something he say that really important. He say the people are wrong. He's supposed to be telling you, yo, take your time, use the bag.
Yeah.
Right? But he also used that same example. He was now saying it to them, say, when you watch all them Italian gangster movies, who all you consider the real gangsters? As they get money, sustainable money, big money, first thing they try to do is go legit. Move away from the crime, the violent crime, the things that we ain't seem to
grasp that concept.
That part of the movie yet.
Yeah, we ain't grasping that concept. Yeah. Sheldon say he could be wrong. He will do some further research.
I think it was 95.
Yeah.
The reason why it has certain things under the
but that wasn't in the documentary. The second episode. The second part. I think so. When you talk about Robinson, I swear Robinson bring him back. But I could be wrong too. I could be wrong.
The reason why that particular government just remained so firmly in my mind is because we was going success at that time.
Right.
And I remember a lady coming in school. I don't know under what context she came for, but she was running for something. Or she was involved in education or something under that particular government. And at that point in time, I started to hear inadvertently politicians. I ain't talking about listening to them like thing. I'm talking about that person, and I started to hear things they're saying. And that's why I tell them half of these politicians, or more than half of them, on bullshit. But they just get away because we don't get to question them. I remember Christopher showing me the community hot at that point in time. I can't remember where they had the meeting.
Gonzales.
Right. One set of violence, right? Say, boy, them have a meeting and nobody talk about it. So 2-3 hours already and different people talk and nobody talk on it. Call for a calm, God, all we live better than that thing. Nobody talk about it. We like, these are the people that come. But them can't like me.
Yeah.
Me, as Orisha Lashe Ogela, no Ogunlade, them can't like me. Because that's the thing I'm going to ask you. I work for myself, you know.
Yeah.
I want to see everybody in Nubian experience. I want the Nubian experience be selling out all over the place, you know.
Yeah.
But I understand too, a big part of me living that good life and enjoying that is that the wider community safe too. Because Mohammed from Freetown did say something when them people demanded community documentary and interview him. He say when
Vice?
Yeah, when none of, it wasn't Vice.
No.
Bourdain.
Oh yeah, Anthony Bourdain, yeah.
When none of them in eating and them look wrong at you and your belly full and them seeing this big You understand? It's you to come in for.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to live like that.
No.
I don't want to live in such a way that, and I see that I could help, I could influence, and nothing at all. And that is what we seeing a lot of times in the black community, but the people and them that trying to do it in some way, form, or fashion, getting run and mashed down like roots yard.
Yeah.
Because I think go say outright is a black thing, but with promoting is a black thing.
It's a black thing.
But it open to everybody.
Yeah. But look how much Syrian that you starve in
You
there.
understand?
And the children, they sure any 7 o'clock. Anyway, that boy, he gone down by roots yard.
You understand what I'm saying? So, and there's what I keep telling them.
Yeah.
The reason why we have to fix what we think is problems in places like the communities
Laventille
leading into
and them,
Port of Spain.
Yeah.
I don't just want to say Laventille because I tell people the most expensive piece of land in Trinidad and Tobago is supposed to be from Mova Junction to Port of Spain. All wrong, right? Where it's called the bridge and thing, because our Port of Spain is in terms of finance in the Caribbean.
That is Laventille.
You
They know
understand?
Laventille start from the junction.
Right, Mova, right.
Right.
All of that day.
Yeah. All the labas is Laventille.
All them things supposed to be when you live in sea lots, you're supposed to be living. You live in sea lots.
But they want the bar.
Exactly, we understand that. Mortel say something earlier that he did tell me years ago, and I went and see it. Right, he say most cities that have a wealth in the world, not just the waterfront, the rich, the big shots just live on the hill.
The hell, yeah, he said just now.
Yeah, but it's years no Mortel telling me that.
Yeah.
Right,
But it's not. It's many times they try to burn down the hill.
right.
Paying we self to come and burn down the
That's
hill
what I'm
because
saying.
all the houses close.
Saying us,
Yeah.
us.
But they always lost their money.
You realize just how valuable
Yeah. That piece of property is.
that
Brett.
piece of properties, and once you live in there, we could make them better.
Yeah. You know, I pass behind my mother on Eden Lane Sunday, boy. Can't remember what day it was. Partner. And I slow down right by the corner where Rudy used to live there. Silbert Street corner.
Right.
And I look at that hill. King. So, all when King and them used to live up on top there. The brothers, right? And I just for a flash, you know, just a glimpse, and I look back, and the image I get in my head, I say, wait, that's a wicked piece of property. Because what happened is they cut down some of the trees right on St. Joseph Road now. So that used to kind of block you from seeing, you know, even though you're looking at something going up.
You're
The
missing
fact that,
because of,
So when I see that, you see all the some nice flat houses going up there. Well, yeah, them own citrus growers is
Who buy that?
Matuks. Matuks.
Who is Matuks?
Syrian.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah, them own Matuks.
Right.
The same people who own citrus growers. I remember the how much 1,000 tinner jugs they did get. It was in citrus growers.
Right, okay,
All
right,
right.
One of the things I realized too with the land, land on the whole, most of we doesn't see either how big land is or how beautiful these space is when it had things around. Anytime you bulldoze,
Yeah.
or you clear down, especially empty like trees and bush and things, that when you realize.
Yeah.
Right? As you get ready to close, part of this is on us too, boy. We have to support the creatives, you know. Can't just be talk.
You know me not in that talking thing.
Understand? We have to
I only wears black. I just do my best to only eat black. And as best as I could, I find a black liquor mart on 3rd Avenue. So I now only buy my groceries there. The majority of them. Little small, but I could get what I could get there. My little jack and my little things. I just go there and get it.
Hey, Mendoza say to close.
Where's that?
The two most prime properties in a city are a house on the hill with a city view and those with a sea view, and Laventille offers both.
Yep. Yeah, because Picton and Gonzales going up there. All Snake Valley and thing. You ever see?
When you look down in town, you're seeing everything again, the whole city view.
Bro, you
And
see the
water.
whole of the east too, you know.
Yeah.
You getting a view all up until Mount Hope and thing up there, you know.
I want to, because I'm see what block here. When I used to live Sawa, on top of the hill I used to live,
Right.
we used to watch Plainland. That was actual game for we.
So you were seeing Piaco from there.
Yeah. Watching the playing on them land, timing it. I wonder what block in here, let we say on, not Picton, or by Beverly, or by Despas up there. And you have a view to the seaside and the east. I wonder what blocking you. How far is it?
Now, well, Piako kind of far for you to see from there. In the night, you will see it. But in the day, it might be difficult to position it and thing. But I'm sure you could see it from up there. You understand?
Right. So we had to support it all. Right? You're looking for a t-shirt or a dashiki to go the concert. Call the Nubian experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get freshened up.
We have some bad jerseys now to have full color prints and thing, eh?
Yeah, we have it. We had a thing on them, but we want to talk all this talk. That's why I always mention this. The reason why plenty we like the talk and nothing else is because when you close your mouth, nobody don't know where you stand for.
Yeah.
But when you're dressed in a certain way, then certain things nobody have to ask you. When you only wearing Real Madrid, I do that first fighter. Right? When you only wearing a Real Madrid jersey, every weekend they see you outside I work in a Real jersey. Nobody got to ask again what team you support.
Yeah. True.
Especially when you have different colors and all kind of things.
True.
Right? So you could hush your mouth and people know
where you give.
Either support Real. But it's the same thing with this year. This conversation is all well nice and good. But we don't see it with no homemade jewelry on. We don't see it with our Nubian experience jersey or dashiki or God Save the Creative t-shirt. Nothing locally made. A nice little leather slippers on your foot. No, nothing. We don't know that you're about that. So it's nice to converse.
Yeah.
And sound intelligence and intellect.
Yeah.
But it's not nothing else behind it. And see that's where we had to run from.
Yeah.
Right, all this. So more life and good health. We had to live in love and remember, support is an action word.
It's an action word, man.
Well, be safe out there. We will see you again next time.
I'll close off for this puppet tune here.
Right, so all your blessings. Here.
We take you now to Kermit the Frog with another fast-breaking news story.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing tonight the world-renowned puppeteer without a care nor fear.
So everybody say now.
Chinese laundry, went down from Synergy. And if you even ask Peter C, and if you talk to Johnny, yeah, and hyper happy, yeah, anything you want from me, I could be there, man, for free. Welcome to the show, my name is John Doe. I'm a rapper, I'm based in Trinidad. I got strings on my head, hands, knees and toes. So anyway you sway, I'll gladly go. I don't think for myself, nah, that's not me. Cause they call it rap, so if I do song Yankee, pull these strings on my eyes if you want me to see. Cause they told me I was shit since standard 3. And that's how it is where I come from. In order to be free, they say boy you have to run down money and pussy anytime that it come wrong. Can't get too high, otherwise they pull you back down. You see, it's kinda like a flute to a cobra. And they always telling people I'm a poser, so I have to send out my love to all promoter. Cause money could never be worth more than exposure. This is for Shalom Barry and Chinese laundry. Went down from Synergy. And if you even ask Peter C, and if you talk to Johnny, yeah, and hyper happy, yeah, anything you want from me, I go be there for free. One day I'd like to enjoy being a real boy, but for now I'm just a soundboy toy. Cause I know that I'm not a big artist at all. I'm small, so feel free to duck my calls, and I'll believe anything. So you could tell me what you want. If you see me in the dance, smile, give me a bounce. Say my song Bad Boy and only play it once. And how somebody in the station thief and CD every month. You see you can't tell the truth if you want to eat a food. So they put Laffy Taffy in my chicken noodle soup. And when your piggy has screws, women hard to seduce. So my right hand straight, string tend to hang a little loose, but my eye too dry to cry. Cause I made out a ply, cedar antique, a number 5 die. I know of course nothing not wasting my time. When you put me in a 4, but you tell me reach for 9. Shalaberry and Chinese laundry. Went down from Synergy. And if you even ask Peter C, and if you talk to Johnny, yeah, and hyper happy, yeah, anything you want from me, I will be there, man, for free. Hey, pull the string, hey, pull the string now. Pull the string if you can't do nothing, and puppet walk, a puppet walk, a puppet walk. You can't give back no talk, and wood skin, hey, wood skin, hey, wood skin, hey, wood skin, hey. When they slap, when they slap, hey, when they slap. If you love super cats, say, pull the string, hey, pull the string, hey, pull the string if you can't do nothing, and puppet walk, a puppet walk, a puppet walk. You can't give back no talk, and wood skin say, wood skin say, wood skin if you have a false grin. And when they'll slap, when they'll slap, when they'll slap in your bum clap.
Let me go. Shalaberry and Chinese laundry. Wendell from Synergy. And if you even ask Peter, and if you talk to Johnny, yeah, and hyper happy, pull it up. Anything you want from me, I will be there, man, for free. Send one love.
What was that?
That was very strange.
It was very weird.
Peculiar.
It was kind of amusing.
Yes, it was rather funny.
It was incredibly funny.
I loved it.
Hilarious. Wonderful.